In today's highly requested video, I'm showing you how I tie my head wraps and some of my favorite go-to styles. So keep on watching. So here's what you're gonna need to achieve some of these looks. Obviously, scarves. Yep, just your everyday scarves. I get most of my scarves from Winners and like little, boutique shops around the city. Anything will work. Find styles that you like or designs that you like and just go with it. You're also going to need some smaller head wraps, and you'll see why when we get into the video. And of course a stocking cap and some bobby pins to lay your hair down flat. So all of these styles are TWA friendly. So all you need to do is either cane row or twist your hair, use the bobby pins to keep them flat on your head, and then place the stocking cap over top just to keep everything in place. For this first wrap style, if you have a lot of hair, you can also go ahead and put your hair into like a high or low bun, just depending on what you want to do. But like I said, these tutorials are TWA friendly. So what I'm doing here is I'm using the smaller wraps and I'm making little balls, and depending on how big you want the bun up at the top will depend on how big the ball is. So just wrap another scarf around the ball to make it bigger, as you see me doing here. And this is going to be the base for the top of the head wrap style that we're doing. And if you're using your own hair, just wrap the smaller head wrap around your bun on top of your head, just to give it more structure and definition for when you actually go to wrap your hair. Now, as you can see, this is a pretty big head wrap. So I fold it just slightly. As you can see here, I don't fold it all the way in half, just enough so that the excess material is not getting in my way. That's a big thing. Depending on how big your head wrap is or how big the style is, you may have to fold your head wrap in half, or maybe just a quarter of the way or 3/4 of the way. You'll know, and you can just adjust as you go. Now go ahead and place the little faux bun on top of your head. If you have your hair, the bun will be around it like I mentioned. And then you're going to take your scarf, make sure that the folded part is on the back of your neck so that you can't see it on the other side. So I'm flipping it around here. And then the key is to make sure that it's center. You want each side of the scarf to be even, because when it's time to wrap, trust me, you will want them to be even. So just grab up all of the scarf, making sure it's really taut. You'll get the hang of this over time as you practice. You'll just continue to pull the scarf forward, tuck wherever you need to, slightly twisting each piece in your hand inwards so that the pieces around the bun are tight and there's no excess scarf hanging out. And then once you have it, you're just gonna tuck your bun so that it's exactly where you want it placed, because once you tie it, it's much harder to move it around. And then some people just tie it like this, and you can totally do this, but I find if you want it really neat, I prefer to actually tie a knot. Now if you notice here, it's not being pulled from left to right. I'm actually pulling one piece up and one piece forward. It just helps to bring the knot more taut, and it keeps all the pieces more secure. But I will tell you this, in doing this, I'm actually lifting the wrap off of my head. You have to be very careful because if you're tightening the knot and the knot is still sitting on your head, you can cause a lot of breakage. I actually pull, as I'm pulling each piece, I pull it up off of my head and secure the knot. Then you just twist each individual piece all the way to the end, and you take one to one side and wrap it around your bun, keeping the piece tight the whole way around. Notice how I'm twisting it, wrap it around, and then just tuck it. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. And the key is, if you took one end and you went left and wrapped it around the bun, then you're going to wrap the other piece in the opposite direction around the bun. This is what makes it look neater and also evenly distributes the material around the bun itself, so it looks neater when it's finished. Now you notice how I'm holding the bun and I'm pulling the other piece. This just keeps the bun in place and it allows me to wrap that second piece around as tightly but as neatly as possible. And as I continue, I'm shaping the bun and just shaping the two pieces around it, tucking it, and then just making everything look really neat and sharp. And there you go. You have style number 1 complete. You just pull back the front to show the pretty edges if you'd like. Make sure it's center, and voila. Now on to style number 2. This one we're folding this head wrap in half because we're not putting a bun on top. So we want to minimize all that excess material. So this time we're going to place the open part at the back. Make sure that your stocking cap doesn't show, and you're going to go ahead pulling it taut. Again, you want this to be center so that you have an equal amount on each side, and you're going to tie the knot. Remember that when you're tying this knot, it shouldn't be so tight that your head hurts. You shouldn't feel any pulling on your hair at the back. If it is, just loosen it up a little bit. Place the scarf wherever you need it to, and then you're going to go ahead and pull each side over to one side, left or right, doesn't matter, and start twisting the two ends together. Make sure that the twist is as neat as possible, because in this style you're really showcasing the twist rather than the bun in the first style. And then all you're going to do is bring the end all the way across the front and tuck the piece in the back so that it's secure, and then you can push the twist a little bit back a little, and there you go. I use this style for like quick, need to go run an errand, don't have time to do my hair, maybe it's dirty, haven't had a chance to wash it. Super easy, super quick, and cute. Now for style number 3, all you're gonna do is bring it back to the middle, and then you're gonna twist the twist around itself. Now I'm gonna tell you this, when you're doing a low bun, remember that if the bun is too big, you will not, and I repeat, you will not be able to look up. The bun will hit your back and it will be very difficult for you to lift your head up to the ceiling. So I would advise you not to make your low buns too big. It happened to me before. I did it. Super embarrassing to not be able to lift your head up. So be mindful of that. You don't need to make it too big. This bun is super cute just the way it is. But I do understand if you do want a little bit more of a bun in the back. So again, because this is TWA friendly, we're gonna get our faux bun again, and all you're gonna do is wrap it up in that little ball like I showed you earlier, and you're gonna tuck it underneath the stocking cap. This is the other reason why the stocking cap is so awesome, because it just makes this style so much easier to do. And you're just gonna place it wherever you want the bun to sit on your head. It's secure, it's not going anywhere, trust me. And then you're gonna just repeat the same step and tie everything down and wrap the two ends around the faux bun. Now for the most definition, you're going to twist each individual piece and wrap one going in the left direction all the way around until you've tucked that piece securely in. And then you're going to first wrap the next piece and then go in the opposite direction that you went with the other piece and wrap it around the bun. This is how you get the neatest possible looking styles, and trust me, they are secure, they're not moving. I'm telling you, rain, wind, snow, it doesn't matter. My buns stay in place. I don't have to fix them throughout the day. They stay exactly where I put them all day long, and they look cute all day long. And now for the last style. I love doing this style too. It doesn't require the faux bun. You're gonna fold it in half, and this time the open part is gonna go towards the front, and all you're gonna do is measure everything up. If you need extra material, all you have to do is just pull the piece on top a little bit more forward, and then you get the extra material you need, because you really don't want the front of your hair showing in this one. It's just going to be a knot in the front, and the key is to pull and gather all of the material upwards and forward, twisting if you need to make sure that all the excess material is in both of your hands. And then you're just going to go ahead and tie it like I showed you in the first part of the video, making sure that you're pulling up and forward and off of your head so that the knot doesn't create any tension on your hair. Then you're going to twist the two pieces together and wrap them around themselves. Pro tip that I wish I had known when I first started using head wraps is, like any protective style, you have to make sure that you're not constantly placing tension on the same place of your head every single time. The first year and a half when I started doing head wraps, I was constantly either doing this style or the one that I did at the beginning of the video, and I started experiencing some breakage. So make sure that you're switching it up. Sometimes do it at the bottom, sometimes do it at the top, sometimes do no bun, so that you can minimize the manipulation on parts of your hair. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you love content like this, I need you guys to like this video, comment below which one's your favorite, And don't forget to subscribe and share it so that other people can have these great, awesome styles in their protective style toolkit. Thanks for watching.